everyone, Mark Guberti here, CEO and founder of Content Marketing Plaza, here to share with you today how exactly do we monetize our podcasts. Podcasting is something that is a lot of fun to do. You get to connect with influencers, grow your network, provide all this value to your audience, but a lot of people struggle with the making money part of a podcast. I'm going to share a few things that will work for you. The first one is obviously sponsorships. And I'm saying obviously because I feel like a lot of people already know sponsorships are a path. It's just that you need a lot of listeners before that becomes a viable path and one that allows you to make a full-time income. So sponsorships are great if you can get them, but don't rely on them, especially in the beginning for making revenue with your podcast. A more easy to reach option would be affiliate offers. So you promote someone else's offer on your show, software, a resource, a course, a book, something like that. And when people buy through your link, you get a commission for each of those sales. So that is an option that's really great for people who maybe they don't have offers yet. Maybe they're working on their conversion rates and they see this software or they see this product that has a high conversion rate, they decide to promote that on their show. And for offers such as those, you could promote those at the beginning, at the middle, at the end of each episode. Make each of the offers different so that it's not the same message over and over again. You could also mention them organically in conversations, which is ideal when the conversation goes in that direction. But in addition to affiliate offers, you could promote your offers. And if affiliate offers, they convert higher than yours, like if that's how it's happening right now, you can start with affiliate offers, but you eventually want to shift to your offers, your free landing page where people can subscribe to get this free book, to get this free training, whatever it is, you want to get people on your email list. So promoting your offers allows you to own the audience, because if some algorithm changes for Spotify, Stitcher, for Apple, then your podcast can all of a sudden lose visibility. So you want to own your audience by getting them on your email list through your offers. And the great thing about your offers, you can also change the back end. Affiliate offers, you pretty much have an offer which is as it is. For your offer, you can add a follow-up sequence. You can add an order bump to boost sales. You could do a lot more things to increase the potential income that potential revenue that you make per person who takes action on your offer. Another interesting way to make money with your podcast, I have not done this yet, but I've definitely heard of a few people who do this, is they charge their guests to be on their show. Now, this method is exclusively for people who reach out to you. If you reach out to someone and you say, and like, hey, you want to be on my podcast? They say, sure. And like, oh, by the way, it costs $50 to be on my podcast. That's not the approach. The approach is that if these people get reached out to, they say, okay, I charge X dollars for a podcast appearance on my show. And those people then decide, do I want to pay this amount of money to be on the show or not? And this is something that a lot of shows that like some of them are doing more, because if you have a weekly podcast, that's 52 episodes per year. That's 52 people you can interview each year. And, like every podcast host, they have a wish list of who to interview. So they're doing some outreach on their own to people. So who even knows how much of those 52 spots each year are actually open? So to whittle down the list, they charge guests because they have so much demand already that they might as well see, okay, who's really committed to taking this next step forward? The podcast host does all the work at building up the audience, and the guest just comes on the show and provides all this value. So that's how some podcast hosts are charging guests. That's the rationale behind it. And finally, another great way to monetize your podcast is to view each guest as a potential client. So one thing you could do, you could promote your service or your product. You can say, schedule that 20-minute strategy call with me or something like that. And if the conversation goes well, the guest may say, hey, I'm interested in that. Can I schedule that strategy call? Can I learn more about your product or service? And then you have a 2 to 3 minute conversation after recording. And then you give them that next action that leads into the coaching, that leads into your training course, your book, whatever it is that you are promoting. So when you are speaking your insights on your show, which you should do because you want to establish yourself as the expert, not just ask a bunch of questions, but insert your pearls in there as well. When you do that, the guest is also a listener. It's all of your listeners that, yes, we know we have the listeners who listen on iTunes and Spotify and Stitcher, but the guest turns into a listener when you are talking. So really highlighting your expertise during each interview can make it easier for some guests to say, hey, I want to learn more about that, and maybe even become clients. So those are some of the ways you can monetize your podcast. If you want to learn more about launching, growing, and monetizing your podcast, I highly recommend you get your free ticket to the Profitable Podcasting Summit. That is profitablepodcastingsummit.com. It is all virtual. We have 20 speakers for that summit. You are going to learn a lot from it. The link is in this video, but I do appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. And what I want you to do is to dream big, achieve greatness, and unlock your potential today.